o'clock. Call the E911 District Board meeting to order. We have who will accept the last month's agenda, the last meeting's agenda? Oh, approval of the agenda. I'm sorry, yes, I was thinking of the minutes. Do we have approval of agenda? Do we have anything that we need to add or change to the current agenda?
Motion to accept the agenda.
Motion to accept the agenda. Do we have a second? Report by Gettner. Any discussion?
45.
All in favor of approval of the agenda?
Aye.
None? The agenda? Next up is election of chair and vice chair. We enter into a new period.
Make a motion that Chief Wilson continue as chair.
We have a motion for Chief Wilson to continue as chair, supported by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion? Hearing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Vice chair?
Motion that Sheriff Levere continue as vice chair.
Motion for Sheriff Revere to continue as vice chair. We have support by Chief Gettner. Any discussion? None? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Approval of minutes.
If there's no corrections or additions, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Support.
We have a motion and support to approve the minutes. Any more discussion? And none? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And then, finance report.
Okay, as you can see, there's two reports attached. The one is for a summary of 2025. The final numbers, our revenue was at 75%, and those fourth quarter payments are starting to come in and be posted now. So that will go up. And then our expense totals ended at 92%. Is there any questions on that, on the 2025 budget year? And then the second report was just year to date, which, as you'll see there, the expense totals are at 2%. And I questioned that because I looked through all of it and it was all at 0. So I went digging and I spoke with Captain Piper this morning, and that 2% expense is the indirect costs that is taken out of our budget to help pay for all the county support services that we receive. Any questions on that?
Is that 2% that's just taken out once, or is that
Quarterly.
quarterly?
We have a motion to approve the finance report. Motion by Chief Gettner,
Support.
supported by Deanna. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Director's report.
I'll highlight just a few things. We did post our systems specialist position. That was posted on December 5th. Letters were due on Monday, January 5th. And we do have oral boards scheduled for January 22nd. So we hope to have that position filled by the end of January. And already have a first project waiting in the wings. The CAD to CAD with Hillsdale County, there's no updates there. They're still working through some bugs on that. We were able to wrap up our project with our Mac Mevo Anywhere Kit upgrade that was delivered on December 12th. And Sergeant Hudson and I went through it, pulled it out, and it does have a lot of really nice new enhancements that will improve our backup operations. We discussed, here in this meeting, we discussed in-building radio coverage mostly for law enforcement. Chief Greenleaf had come to a meeting and spoke about how much trouble they were having with coverage down in the Blissfield area. So Motorola did approve for them to get their radios firmware updated which that did happen. And now PNR will take their updated code plug, send it to the state and update their template, which includes all the control channels that need to be updated in the radios. And I checked in with Chief Greenleaf, and just from the firmware update, they're already seeing a little bit of improvement in their radio coverage. So once their templates are updated, hopefully we'll see even more of the coverage improvement. And then the 2025 training fund application is due on January 30th. I submitted that Tuesday. So we should be getting our training funds for 2026. Our staffing levels, we have one in training right now. She started on November 16th. And unfortunately, we did accept a resignation from Brianna Lindeman, who was there about 4 or 5 months, and she resigned on November 17th. So we have one in background right now, and that will put us at full staff until we fill our system specialist position, and then we'll have another position open. Any questions?
All right, existing business. I believe our last time we had an open, it says on here, open rep, I know we had, public representative. We had a representative that, I know you were checking into, I assume he's not rerunning it.
Correct.
Mr. Dixon.
Mr. Dixon has declined to keep the position. We do have an application, it was included in the packet for Mr. Robert Trevino. And everybody got a chance to, look at that application.
I do know the last time it was a little harder to get, someone for the position. Seeing the application in here, everybody's probably had obviously time to review that application. Do we have any, motion of support to accept that application for the general public representation?
I just wanted to make one comment. One of the things that was mentioned to me from Doug Lurch, when Doug Lurch, the last citizen before, one of the things that he was pretty adamant about, I know he mentioned it to the director as well, is trying to keep people who were not in law enforcement. Nothing against law enforcement. I'm in it and been in it for many years, but Mr. Lurch was interested in making sure that the citizen representative was a citizen representative and kind of a novice to that. And that's my only concern. I know Rob from working with him when he was at Clinton, and I have nothing against Rob at all. I think he would do a fine job, but that kind of request made on the part of Lurch kind of still rings true, about not filling the board with just people that are in law enforcement, fire, et cetera. So that's my only reservation.
Mr. Trevino still work in law enforcement?
Don't.
He's here, we could ask.
Sure. You still work in law enforcement? I completely understand. Citizen public representative. Any other thoughts? I believe this is the only application we received this far. How long was it out there for? How long was it out there for? Like open, like was it on the website? I don't know how that.
Not posted since the last meeting.
Okay.
Because that's when Dixon stepped down
Gotcha.
or expired. He expired December.
Yeah, his term expired and he didn't want to re-up.
Correct.
So I I guess if we don't have a motion, to accept this one, for the general public representative, I would be curious to know if maybe at least hold it to see if it's posted, give us it's a little more time frame since it was such a short time frame for Mr. Dixon not being, or, his term expiring to this meeting.
They're saying keep it on record and posted for more applicants.
It doesn't sound like it was put out there at all. Is that,
I don't believe it gets
How long was
posted.
it posted?
I'd say, was it posted out on the website, Robin?
He saw it on a meeting, I believe. Yeah, it does, I don't believe these positions. Oh,
Sorry, here, faces turned towards me, so like, okay, what is it that you're asking?
Questions, do we know how long it's been posted for this position?
We don't typically post committee
Right.
member positions. We may advertise periodically on social media that we have these positions available. After every Ways and Means meeting and we do the minutes, there's a section on there for appointments. We used to have a Rules and Appointments Committee. And so at that Ways and Means Committee meeting, there's a talk about where we may have vacancies. For this particular committee, I know that last month there was discussion that there was anticipation that there was going to be an appointment made for this particular position and the next, I believe. At this meeting that the recommendation was coming forward to the board for the January meeting. So other than that, we typically don't go and do a whole bunch of advertising for any particular length of time. If we have an applicant and the board is supportive of that applicant, that recommendation is made and then it moves on to the full Board of Commissioners for approval. We don't wait until we have a certain number of applications before we fill that's why the Board of Commissioners look to each of the committees for the recommendations to serve, so.
Okay.
thank you.
That clears up a lot, because I wasn't sure how that took place and knowing from our last meeting to this meeting, and then trying to find that time frame from when we were able to get a hold of Mr. Dixon, so.
I didn't think they were posted.
So with
Thank
that,
you.
I guess with that being said, we have this application in front of us for the general public representative. If we have no motion to accept that one, anyway, we will move on from existing business then to new business.
New business, Lieutenant Brett Bryce is no longer at the Monroe Post and cannot serve as the alternate for the MSP representative position. So I reached out to Lieutenant Bao to find out who he would recommend for his alternate. And as you can see in the packet, Sergeant Sharon McDonald is willing to serve as the MSP alternate. So, and that is a statutory position and does have to be approved by the Board of Commissioners. Why I'm bringing it to this, pardon me?
The alternate does too?
Yes, I believe so. For a statutory position?
For the LAPC, I know our alternates don't. Primary does, but the alternate doesn't.
Commissioner Collins, do you know?
The alternate for this board have to be approved by the full board. Alternate just approved by us, by this board. Does not have to go to the.
So we're looking for approval to,
Make a motion to accept Sergeant McDonald as the alternate for the MSP position.
So we have a motion to support Sergeant McDonald as the alternate for the MSP. Do we have support? Supported by Chief Gettner. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. 2026 meeting dates?
those were included in the packet. If there are any, it's still gonna be on, same as it is now. If there aren't any, conflicts for anyone. Or that anyone sees. Yeah.
It's the same time as it was, it says.
Yes.
Make a motion to accept the proposed 26 meeting dates.
We have a motion to support the proposed meeting dates for 2026. Supported by Chief Gettner. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. Public comment. No comment from the public? All right. Do we have a, motion for adjournment?
Second.
Motion seconded for adjournment? All in favor? All right, meeting adjourned.